This is the first of hopefully many presentations on a new channel from the Christian Economist. And what you are looking at is a situation where we want to examine the economy from a purely Christian standpoint. And that's going to take some doing, as we have a lot of education to do. There's a lot of misinformation out there, as is in the case in many places in the United States today. And so we're going to take a look at what the real factors behind items driving the economy are from a biblical standpoint. First thing we want to tackle is inflation. Many experts, so-called, believe that the Democrats lost their most recent elections due to conservative media convincing the public that inflation was a way bigger problem than it was, and also that a president had some control over inflation. Presidents have very little or limited control over inflation, so let's just get that out there from the beginning. There's not a whole lot Biden could have done to prevent the inflationary spike that we experienced in the early 2020s. That came primarily due to a response for COVID. We had several things happen. We had first, the ports clogged up, and couldn't get enough workers at the ports to take goods and off of the ships from China and get them on trains and trucks. And so we had a limited supply at the retail level. Had increased demand at the retail level, combined with later on what we saw, production cutbacks in China, because they were closing entire cities down due to the COVID epidemic. So as a result, we had a lot of pressures on supply. And they say supply chain problems, this is what they're talking about. I think the Democrats did a lousy job, to say the least, of getting this point across. And that's not a lot anyone could do about that. Now, that being said, we need to look and break down exactly what causes inflation. And if you look at the chart here, this is a standard supply and demand chart. It shows demand on one side, supply on the other, and as supply goes down or is constrained, the graph is out of equilibrium and the prices go up. So just think of it this way. Maseratis cost a lot more than a Camry. Why? Because you can go on any dealer lot in America and find 30, 40 Camrys sitting there right now, and you'd have your pick. But you would be hard pressed to even find a Maserati dealer in your local town or district. So you can find a dealer just about anywhere with the Camry, and you're paying 40 grand for a brand new Toyota, but you'd have to pay 240 grand for a brand new Maserati, just because supply and demand. There's a much higher supply for those cars and a lot less demand, a lot less supply. So because there's little supply, high demand, the price goes up. That's what happened. That's what happened with eggs. That's what happened with all the things that we import. The prices went drastically higher because we just couldn't get them into the market. So, with that explanation out there, now you have a basic understanding of what causes inflation. Now, you will hear those in conservative media say that money printing causes inflation. Money printing has been going on since the Reagan years. All right, the United States has printed a lot of money. In fact, it probably can go all the way back to the Nixon years when we got the gold standard. We've been printing money. But it really didn't cause a lot of inflation here recently. In fact, we had disinflation for the longest time due to the fact that we export a lot of dollars. In fact, dollars are our number one export. So as they print the money up, we spend it on foreign goods, and the money leaves and it doesn't come back. So consequently, the number of dollars chasing goods in the United States doesn't increase that quickly. All right, it is one of the reasons why, with the money that we're spending in deficit, we don't get the bang for the buck. The economy doesn't heat up as much as it could if all that money was staying here and chasing domestic products. So hopefully that will explain something for you. And if not, leave a comment below. Thanks. Bye-bye.